get speed to market as quick as possible for a new piece of functionality if you have a really rich data set underneath. So instead of it connecting just to JDE, we create a whole series of JSON messages. We load those JSON messages into the template, which enables us to create the screens nice and quickly, and then the integration is built into the backend. It's such an easy tool for us to use with a good technical skill set inside our team, that our speed to market is crazy when you compare a very quick dev cycle for us, and we're actually right in the middle of one right now, where we have a requirement for our technicians who are doing all of the maintenance and the servicing on the vehicles. They currently write everything down. We're going through a process where we use another wireframing tool to sort of mock it up, called Balsamiq. We mock up a process and say, okay, if you were to log in, what buttons do you want to see when you first log in? Then when you get into that screen, what data do you want to input? Do you want to have any pre-data loaded from JDE? When you're about to do a submission, do you need to take photos? What extra functionality do you need? What would make your job easier? How do you start a job? How do you end a service? Understanding that through a mock-up. We have that. We then go away and create our data list or our field list. That creates the JSON file. We load it into Swift and away we go pretty quickly. So we're going through a cycle at the moment which will eliminate effectively 7 desktops, computers in each depot. It'll eliminate 3 complete types of paper processes instead of people handwriting all their services and all of their parts. It's all done electronically. It's all digital in one spot. So that's a good example where in a very short period of time, we've been able to get the requirement, do a mock-up, and start with a fail-fast mentality of getting into a solution for the business that they'll be using within 6 weeks as a part of training instead of waiting a long time. When we first started this actual project, I had a few people laugh when I said, "Oh, we're looking at making the work orders digital and the services and maintenance." And I said, "What's so funny? Why are you sort of laughing?" And they said, "Oh, no, you'll be the 4th person to try this." And I said, "Okay, how did the first 3 projects go?" And they go, "Well, obviously you're doing it because it never worked." So these were using other technologies, but it was less about the technology in most instances. It was about access to data. It was about a very easy to use platform that you can leverage all of the standard, call it Android features. So being able to do NFC tapping, QR code reading on devices that sometimes are built for purpose, like Zebra hand scanners and things like that, or just using a phone or just using a tablet. I think that's really key for us. And the other big selling point for the application is it just runs either through the app or just on native Android as a web application.